10 wrestlers who attacked fans. The entire concept of professional wrestling is to make it look like you're hurting your opponents as much as possible while also doing the least amount of damage possible. However, there are instances where pro wrestlers have had to get into legitimate fights with fans, whether it was protecting another person from an invader, getting retaliation for an attack, or being harassed for all the wrong reasons. Here are 10 times when wrestlers attacked fans for real. Number 10, Big Show gets his knockout punch practice with a fan. In 1998, the Big Show was known as the Giant in WCW. A year before he signed with WWE, he stayed in the Marriott in Uniondale, New York after a show. When he was in a bar, a fan named Robert Sawyer, who was 6'6", approached the Big Show and began to taunt him with over 100 fans present. While the Big Show politely told him to stop, Sawyer continued to taunt him until he made an obscene gesture and shoved him, making the 7-foot Big Show retaliate in self-defense. Video footage showed the one-punch knockout on the fan, who filed an assault charge against him. The fans were in clear support of the Big Show, and it only took the court 3 days to decide that he was not guilty and only acted in self-defense. The big question is, why someone would even try to get into a fight with the Big Show? Nobody knows. Number 9, Cash Wheeler punches Bret Hart's attacker at the WWE Hall of Fame. At the 2019 WWE Hall of Fame, Bret Hart found himself getting inducted for the second time, this time as a part of the Hart Foundation, along with Jim the Anvil Neidhart. During his speech, a crazed fan would invade the ring and take him down, but he was quickly taken out as wrestlers and security at ringside made sure there was no further damage. When the fan was being dragged away, Cash Wheeler, formerly known as Dash Wilder, landed a sucker punch to the fan's head while the fans cheered him on. Number 8, Randy Orton attacks a fan in retaliation at WWE Live in South Africa. In 2010, during an event in Cape Town in South Africa, Randy Orton faced and defeated Big E. After the match, when Orton was celebrating by standing on the second turnbuckle and posing, a fan invaded the ring and hit him with a low blow. And for some reason, WWE's official YouTube channel uploaded the video. While security was quick to come in and stop the fan, Randy Orton made sure to get a few shots in there, stomping the fan in his head and injuring him. Number 7, Triple H saves Linda McMahon before returning to character. On the road to WrestleMania in March of 2000, Linda McMahon was about to announce Mick Foley's return to WWE despite his recent retirement. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon stood across the ramp, and in a shocking moment caught on camera, a fan tried to invade and move towards Linda McMahon. Triple H, despite being against Linda McMahon in the story, broke character and impulsively rushed to take the fan down before he was taken away. His future mother-in-law stood by the entrance with an ice-cold glare watching everything unfold while Triple H quickly went back to Stephanie McMahon and resumed the segment like a true professional. Now that's one way to win brownie points. Number 6, Chris Jericho gets into an altercation with a female fan and her partner. In February of 2009, Chris Jericho was simply trying to leave while security was in front of him, failing to control crazy fans. The fans wouldn't let him leave, and one particular 20-year-old female fan took it a bit too far. The footage from 14 years ago shows him being harassed, and the fan would end up pushing him and spitting on his face, forcing Jericho to retaliate and allegedly punching her, although it's hard to tell who he punches in the video. The couple responsible was arrested but immediately released without charge. Guys, don't harass wrestlers. Bottom line. Number 5, Randy Savage gives a legitimate beatdown after a staged beatdown. In a rare case of a double beatdown, this was one of kayfabe and one that was legitimate. During an episode of WCW Nitro, Randy Savage was beating down Kevin Nash, drawing lipstick on him in an act of humiliation. A fan, perhaps wanting to come to Nash's aid, jumped in the ring, only for Savage to immediately take him down and land a series of punches. An employee jumped in to stop the fan, and Savage accidentally landed a shot on him too, presuming him to be an invading fan as well. You don't mess with the Macho Man. Number 4, Eddie Guerrero gets a sucker punch in on an invading fan. In 2002, Eddie Guerrero and Rod Van Dam had a great series of matches for the Intercontinental Championship. It culminated on Raw on May 27th that year in an epic ladder match, the best of their series by far. During the match, Eddie Guerrero was climbing the ladder, only for a fan to invade and shove the ladder down. Guerrero had the reflexes of a cat to land properly, and by this point, the referee restrained the fan while security was running in. This didn't stop Latino Heat from landing a sucker punch and a head stomp on the invading fan. Number 3, Sabu assaults a fan for taking his headwear off. Sabu is known for his unhinged on-screen persona, but several years ago in Japan, a fan pushed his buttons. Sabu already looked like he was in a bad mood when entering, and a fan made it worse by taking off his iconic headgear. An enraged Sabu wasted no time in beating the fan down, and neither security nor fans tried to interrupt him. However, things were over before they even started, with most believing that the fan simply got what he deserved. Number 2, Triple H beats up a fan in a live event. In another Triple H instance on this list, we go back 2 years before the Linda McMahon incident. In a live event in Germany in 1998, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the newly crowned face of WWE, defeated Triple H. After the match, a fan invaded the ring while Austin was gathering himself, and Triple H wasted no time, with footage showing that he immediately grabbed the fan and gave him a suplex before barraging him with a series of punches. The referee was kicking the fan as well, with Austin stating that he was unable to help because he was the babyface. Triple H yelled for the security to come in, and the confused security took longer than they should have before taking the fan out. The Texas Rattlesnake praised the game for having his back in what could have been a very scary moment. Number 1, CM Punk attacks the wrong fan at Raw in 2012. In what may seem like a more unhinged example on this list, CM Punk wound up attacking the wrong fan. On an episode of Raw in the summer of 2012, a heel CM Punk was escaping through the audience, with fans heckling him because he was the bad guy at the time. A fan would hit CM Punk, and the WWE champion at the time, in a moment of rage, attacked the person behind him, with the footage showing his glasses getting knocked off. He even followed it up with a sucker punch. The footage in question also showed that he attacked the wrong fan in the heat of the moment. WWE issued an apology, as did CM Punk, for acting out the way that he did. The fan who was hit reacted maturely, stating that he was only a little mad and that Punk shouldn't have done it if he wasn't 100% sure it was him.